What's up, guys? KAMIKAZE-FOX coming to you from IRL International Racing League F2 Season 2 Round 10 Abu Dhabi at the Yas Marina here on F1 2019 for the PS4 platform. And we have got another exciting round for you guys today. I am sure of it. And we are waiting for a couple more drivers to join in, but let's run down the driver lineup. Neon Rapid is going to be Jared Fosbury in the McLaren. Eric Salama is Eric Pettington in the Factory Renault, followed by Nexus Iceman Jack Yates, your championship points leader. Sneaky Pete is Andres Pestana in the Haas. He's going to be followed by his teammate PTRL Naz Jorge Correa. Daniel Tannenberg will be in the Williams. James Jock, Chipsman Crunchy in the Toro Rosso. Luis Wassman is going to be in the Racing Point. He'll be with Ahoy Asahina, who had a very impressive debut a couple rounds ago. He'll be in the Racing Point. Speedy Suarez is Paco Suarez in the Mercedes Petronas AMG. Nexus Aspect is Kevin Harrison. Nexus Cats is Andre Zaz in the Red Bull. Adrian Storm will be in the other Mercedes. Harry Cooper, good to see he's back to his regular gamer tag as we wait for him to join. And that's going to round out your 14 drivers so far as we wait for a couple more to hopefully join up. And round 9 was at Bahrain, and even though there was only 10 cars on the starting grid, it was nothing less than spectacular as far as the racing was concerned. Kevin Harrison walked away with his third win of the season, and not only was it his third win of the season, but it was his third one in the row, catapulting him in second in the points championship. Eric Pettington came home with his fourth podium finish of the year. Now, Jack Yates actually finished on the podium that race, but after a post-race investigation, he was given a penalty, so he finished third in the race, but was actually finishing officially as a fifth-place finish. That catapulted Jared Fosbury into third for his sixth podium of the year. Adrian Storm would come home fourth. Jack Yates would be fifth. Luis Wassman was sixth. Cameron Weston Edwards was eighth. Cameron Weston Edwards was 7th. Jorge Correa was 8th. James Jock came home 9th. And Paco Suarez rounded out your 10 drivers for last round out. And that podium position for Jared Fosbury was very crucial in keeping him in the championship points fight. Jack Yates is our championship points leader with 140 points. He's followed by his teammate Kevin Harrison at 137. 10 down from that is Jared Fosbury with 127. And the dark horse in all of this is Eric Pettington, who isn't able to make every race, but he's got multiple wins and multiple podiums to his credit, so he's actually fourth in points, 94 points behind. He is not completely out of this fight. And again, that third place finish for Jared Fosbury was crucial. That was a really impressive drive by him. You guys should definitely check out the race. The fight for third came down literally to the last 100 meters of the race. It was a three-wide battle between Yates, Fosbury, and Adrian Storm, third, fourth, and fifth. They came across the line literally hundredths of a second apart from each other. And it looks like we are getting some chat here on the live chat. Luke Baker chiming in. Good to hear from him. We got Sondre Sorhaug and Brandon Glover, your president and admin and F1 drivers. So always good to have them joining us as well. So here at the Yas Marina, and we've also got Jared Fosbury and my buddy Jorge Correa. And congrats to Jorge Correa. He ran fastest lap at round 9 in Bahrain, and he came in late that race, so he missed qualifying. He was stuck with the default setup. The race did not go the way he wanted to. He struggled for grip and spun the car a couple times, but towards the end of the race, he threw on a set of softs, went for fastest lap, and he got it, so he got himself that bonus point. That's his first ever fastest lap in IRL, so congratulations to him on that. That was last time out, and hopefully he'll be able to do it again as we wait for this to load up here at the Yas Marina. Once again, a track not known in real life to make for good racing, but here in IRL, you wouldn't think Bahrain would make for great racing. And again, we talked about it a little bit last week. Short on car count does not mean short on action. The race last week was epic, and it is good to hear we have engine audio. That's a nice change of pace. Thanks, Codemasters. It's nice to hear the cars for a change. So 18-minute qualifying session followed by a 50% race here at the Marina, Abu Dhabi. Under the lights. And again, 4 drivers right now in contention for the championship as we head into the almost halfway through this season. And there is the dark horse himself, Eric Pettington in the factory Renault. Again, not able to make every race this year. He's able to make about every other race, so he's got the speed to actually be in the Formula 1 league, F1 league for IRL, but due to not being able to make all the races, they have stuck him in F2, where it has actually mixed things up a little bit as far as championship contention. Looks like he's the first driver out on his out lap, but he did pick up his first win of the year at round 2 in Austria, backed that up at round 3 with a win in Mexico. Then he would go on to miss round 4, came back round 5 at Coda, where he picked up his 3rd win of the season. Then he would miss the next couple rounds and came back last week, picking up his 4th podium of the year. So definitely in championship points contention, and consistent finishes is the key. And if anybody's proven that so far this year, it's been Jack Yates. Jack Yates has only got 1 win to his credit this year, but he was batting 1,000. He had gone every race he had been in. He had scored a podium up until last round after the post-race investigation. But 7 podiums to his credit, only 1 of them being a win, but he is still your championship points leader by 3 points. And his teammate Kevin Harrison's been on a tear here for the last 3 weeks. 3 wins in a row. As we're going to watch Eric Pettington try and set a hot lap. He should be the first driver out to set a lap as long as his time doesn't get invalidated here. Hard track to manage though as far as corner cutting. The corner cutting set to strict here today, and with a lot of these goofy 90-degree turns, compliments from the Formula 1 track designer, it's really easy to cut a corner just a little too much and get that time invalidated during qualifying, and then obviously get warnings for corner cutting during the race and 3-second time penalty subsequently after that. So all of that being said, that could mix up the starting order because consistency around the track is going to be key today, trying to make those corners and not cut them. Very easy to run wide there as we hop on board here real quick. You see 90 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree, followed up here by another almost 90 degree. So this is what I refer to as one of the Formula 1 cookie cutter tracks. And 134.531, Pettington's the first one to set a time. And he is followed by Jared Fosbury with a 136.126. So Fosbury will definitely be looking for some speed. And it looks like Adrian Storm is out on the hards. A little bit of a wiggle there coming out. It looks like he cut a couple of those corners really close. And we've got some times coming now. Here we go. We got Jack Yates has come across the line with a 134.765. Harry Cooper 135.439. Ahoy Hasahina 136.090. Now we've got some yellow flags flying in sectors 1 and 2. That's probably guys cutting the chicanes and cutting the track after they've set their hot lap. And props to Ahoy Asahina. He's new to the league. This is only going to be the 2nd race that he's in, but he did make his debut back at round 8 in Spain. Missed qualifying, started 16th on the grid and came home 6th. It was a really impressive drive at Catalunya. He stayed out of trouble, worked his way through the field, and came home with a 6th place finish. So looking forward to see what he can do as the season progresses, to see if he can maybe get a little bit further up in the grid. And you see the times now starting to drop here, and this has put Jared Fosbury back into the 5th spot with his 136.126. He's going to dive into the pits. Daniel Tantenberg is 5th in points with 71. He's got quite a fan base, but currently only 7th quickest with a 137.364. Paco Suarez has only been able to manage a 137.711. Adrian Storm, 137.711. I'm sorry, 759. So the two Mercedes are struggling for speed a bit. We got Jorge Correa set the fastest lap last time out in Bahrain, but he is currently only 11th quickest. No, Luis Wassman retires from the session, so looks like he's probably had an off somewhere on the track. Yellow flag in sector 2. So his time is going to be locked in at a 136.475. That is not good news for the Racing Point driver. And Jonas Bogen is currently in the pits there. Looks like he got shoved aside. And it looks like they're double stacking the Williams pit as they try and get one in. We'll pick up Andre Pestana. Apparently Jared Falsbury is interested in tire data. We currently see the tires that are set with the fastest time. So you see Salama and Iceman both set their times on softs. Harry Cooper on the mediums. And it's interesting to see 8th all the way back to 12th have all set times on hard tires. There's only 3 drivers that have yet to set a time. That's Kevin Harrison, James Jacques, and Andre Pestana. So we're going to pick up Kevin Harrison. And he's currently on the soft tires, and he's currently off the pace. Looks like he's harvesting some ERS. Whereabouts he is on the track here. Let's Pestana go by. Harrison looks like he's trying to get as much ERS as he can built up into that system there. Chugging along here in 8th. This is towards the end of the lap though. He should be getting ready to go hard here in just a second. Looks like he's going to let the other Racing Point go by. And Harrison actually dives into the pits. I'm a little surprised. So 9 minutes left to play in the session. We'll pick up his teammate, Jack Yates. He is out on the softs. He's getting ready to start himself a hot lap. We're going to go for a ride along with him here as he comes around to the last corner and down the front stretch. So Jack Yates, second quickest so far. Does he have anything for Eric Pettington as they head down into turn 1? Up through the S's, very easy to run wide there, go off track. Bottom of the brakes finish came. Also very easy to go wide there. Got this hard left-hander, back on the power, down the backstretch. It's got a yellow flag, sector 2 and 3 now. DRS slot open. Yellow flag, sector 3 now as we watch Jack Yates trying to get a gauge on his time as he's in sector 2. And he's currently up on his best time by 0.2 of a second. That wouldn't be good enough to overtake Pettington, but it's going to be close. Can he keep up this pace? He's out on the softs. Oh, we've got a car to the wall there. Not sure who that was. Threw debris all over the track. Caution flags flying in Sector 2 and 3, all over Sector 2. I don't know what car that was as we ride along here, coming towards the end of this lap. Jack Yates out there diving and driving. 134.075 to the top of the charts. He was 2/10 up at the end of the second sector, picked up another 3/10. He's half a second faster now than Eric Pettington, and Pettington's coming out of the pits now, and he's going to be on soft tires as well. See him head out onto this very interesting pit lane exit under the tunnel and back out onto the front stretch. Actually, I should say back out onto the S's. And that was apparently Andre Pestana who was the one that lost the front wing and in the wall a little bit. So Salama is, or Pettington is going to be out on his out lap. Pick up Jared Fosbury. I don't believe Fosbury. Fosbury's clearly not on a timed lap right this second. And he's going to dive back into the pit, so he wasn't happy with how that lap was going. We'll pick up Daniel Tamberg, fourth quickest so far. He's on the medium tires. Less than 6 minutes left to play in this 18-minute qualifying session before we jump into this 50% race. And again, yellow flags flying all over Sector 2 and 3. Tamberg, I don't see any of his fan base here today. They were really rooting for him last time out. He had a pretty good run at Spain. It was quite a battle back in Spain. It was a really good race to watch. He ended up finishing fourth. They had a lot of guys on the live chat cheering him on. So I pick up Pettington, and it looks like he is just now starting his hot lap. So 5 minutes to play in the session. Pettington half a second off of Jack Yates' time. He was your provisional pole sitter until Yates set that 134 flat. See if Pettington's got anything for him. DRS slot open down the long backstretch there. And then through the series of 90-degree corners. Back on the gas. 2 very long straightaways mixed up there by that chicane in the middle. And you've got the quick left, right, left, 90-degree corners there. All the curve that he can, trying to carry as much speed here. Stays on the gas to the sweeping right-handers here. Last couple of corners. Almost runs wide there. The back end kicks out on him just a little bit. Changed up his line. That's going to cost him some time, but here he comes across the line. And a 134.190, so improves his time by 4/10 almost, but not able to take that provisional pole. And Eric calls it a day as he comes across the line with 3 minutes left to play in the session and says, I don't have anything more in it than that. So his time is going to be locked in at a 134.190. So can anybody take him over? See, Kevin Harrison has finally set a time of a 134.464. That's good enough for third. Fosbury is in the pits. A lot of guys in the pits. Andre Pestana is the only one, looks like, back out on track. Adrian Storm's coming out on his out lap. Pestana getting ready to... Looks like he's getting ready to finish this lap up. See if he dives in the pits or sticks with it. He's going to stick with it. Oh, but he runs very wide coming out of there, and he improves his time. Not necessarily his position, still good enough for 8th quickest, 135.387. So he's going to call that for now. Everybody else in the pits making their final adjustments here. And you see a lot of guys now coming out on outlap. That's Jared Fosbury. He'll be followed by Andre Zaz. Followed by Jorge Correa, who's only been able to muster out a 137.964. And Harry Cooper has only been able to muster out a 135.439. But we're going to stick with Jared Fosbury. He's going to be pretty much the last. Him and Harry Cooper are pretty much the last of the heavy hitters as far as speed goes. They're the only two drivers I see right now that might have the potential to take pole position. Pastana calls it a day. He'll be locked in a 135.387. So Fosbury, Daniel Tamberg, and Harry Cooper are about the only three drivers out on track that might be able to give Jack Yates a run for his money. Yates, however, is also on an outlap. Maybe has a little bit of insurance just in case somebody does take provisional pole. So here comes Fosbury. He's going to be ending his hot lap now. Carry as much speed as you can down the front stretch and start this one final hot lap to see if he's got anything for any of these guys. Yellow flags in sectors 1, 2, and 3 all over the track now. Looks like that was Jonas Bogan trying to get out of the way. Fosbury staying on the gas. And Jorge Correa has retired from the session. 137.964. He'll be locked into 15th place, unfortunately. And again, this looks like a messy last couple minutes to this qualifying session. There's yellow flags all over this track. And Fosbury's off of his best time by 7/10,000ths of a second. And time is up. So Chipsman Crunchy's locked in a 135.348. Right now, that's good enough for 7th. Jonas Bogan locked in a 136.281 right now, good enough for 10th. And Fosbury, he's going to call that a day. So Fosbury is done for the session as well. Paco Suarez locked in a 137.711. We'll pick up Daniel Tamberg. Looks like he's in tow with his teammate there. That's Jonas Bogan in front of him. And pick up Harry Cooper. Where is Cooper in all this? Cooper's in the other McLaren. He's coming to the end of his lap. 135.439 so far. Good enough for 10th. Can he improve his time? And apparently no, he decided that he's going to crash his car. So he'll be locked in 10th place. I think that was a little unnecessary. Kevin Harrison is retired from the session, so he'll be locked in 3rd. Daniel Tamberg dives into the pits. So that was a very, very unclimactic ending to this qualifying session. Jack Yates will take pole position once again with a 134.075. And Jack Yates, that is, looking through my notes here, that's actually Jack Yates' first pole position of the year. I'm surprised with as much speed as he's had throughout the course of the season. But that is, in fact, his first pole position of this year. So congratulations to Jack Yates, picking up his first pole position. So here is going to be your starting order. Jack Yates starting on pole, followed by Eric Pettington, followed by Kevin Harrison. Ahoy Hasahina finishing 4th in qualifying. Good for him. Jared Fosbury will be starting 5th. Daniel Tamberg is 6th. James Jock will be 7th. Andre Pastana is 8th. Andre Zaz will be starting 9th. Harry Cooper 10th. Jonas Bogen is going to be 11th. Adrian Storm 12th. Luis Wasserman 13th. Paco Suarez is 14th. And Jorge Correa rounding out your top 15 drivers for today. Starting grid. This should be a very interesting race. Team Mercedes is going to have their work cut out there for them. Paco Suarez and Adrian Storm starting very deep in the field. Ahoy Hasahino with a great qualifying effort, and as we talked about him before, it was round 8 with his debut for IRL. Started 16th that race. He missed qualifying, came home 6th, so he definitely showed some prowess in his opening debut a couple of rounds ago at Catalunya. So looking forward to see how he will do and fare in today's race. Daniel Tamberg has proven to be relatively quick throughout the course of the season. He's had a couple of hiccups here and there, so it'll be interesting to see where he comes in. And we've got Mikarod 2017. Obviously from PTRLs, he's rooting on Sneaky and Naz. That's going to be Andre Pestana and Jorge Correa. So they've always got crowd support from their PTRL brothers. So we're going to start the formation lap. Jack Yates with his first pole position of the year. He'll be looking to capitalize on that and see if he can win from pole and extend his championship points lead, which right now is only 3 points over his teammate, Kevin Harrison. Eric Pettington will be starting in second. He'll be looking to definitely snatch that win away. The dark horse in the competition, 4th in points so far this year. We'll see how that fares out. And Kevin Harrison is on a tear lately, 3 wins in a row. He'll be looking to make it a 4th win in a row today and bury the competition and make him the A driver at Team Alfa Romeo. Ahoy Hasahino will be looking to capitalize on his great starting position. Moved up 10 spots in his opening debut at Catalunya. Can he work his way to the podium? We'll see how this race fares out for him. And Jared Fosbury, a hard-fought and well-deserved 3rd place finish back at Bahrain last time out. He is currently 3rd in the championship point standings with 127, so he'll be definitely looking trying to stick with the front runners and hopefully capitalize on maybe some of their misfortune. Daniel Tamberg 5th in points. He'll be looking to try and work his way into the podium spot as well. James Jock, coming off of a 9th place finish, will be looking to try and score some points today in the Toro Rosso. And Andre Pestana from PTRL, of course, he's got crowd favorite here. Gonna have some fans on the live chat cheering him on. We'll see if he can capitalize on any of that. Put some points on the board there for Haas. And Andre Zaz had a great run at Monaco. He'll be looking to try and do that again, starting in the 9th spot. Harry Cooper starting deep in the field. Really quick driver who'll have his work cut out for him, trying to work his way through the midfield pack. See if he can get to the front. Jonas Bogen starting in the Williams at 11th spot. See if he can work his way into the points as well. And Adrian Storm, followed by his teammate Paco Suarez, 12th and 14th respectively. Both very quick drivers. They've had a string of bad luck this year. They'll be looking to just try and put some points on the board. And Luis Wasserman's season has been up and down as well in the Racing Point. He had a good run last time out of Bahrain where he came home 6th. They'll be looking to try and duplicate that again. And Jorge Correa starting in 15th. He's going to be one of the drivers to watch. He's really good at running alternate pit strategies. He ran fastest lap last race out. He'll be looking to put some points on the board for Team Haas today. Look for him to work his way through the field on an alternate strategy. He'll be starting deep in the field on the softs, so he'll definitely have some speed. Might run a short first stint and then a long second stint, or he might go for the 2-stop if he can have the outright pace. So look for him to make up some positions there. So we wait on the 5 red lights. And lights out. Time to run what you brung. They're away in a puff of smoke, and it looks like a good start by Jack Yates and Pettington. Pettington's going to have the inside line as they head into turn 1, and he's going to immediately take the lead, but they run very wide coming through there. And the top 2 drivers have already started to separate themselves. In the first couple of corners, it looks like Tamberg is up a spot. We've got a mess going on in the back here. Oh no, and Andre Zaz into the wall there. Looks like he got pushed aside. He's definitely going to have some wing damage here on the right front. Harry Cooper's already moved his way up into 7th. Jared Fosbury has lost the spot, and he's into 6th. And it's 3 wide as they come down here. Cooper's going to be stuck on the outside. We got one of the Mercedes all the way to the inside. Looks like that's Adrian Storm trying to take 2-for-1 deal, heading into that corner, and he moves himself into 7th spot. Harry Cooper has got Andre Pastana all over the back of him. And the battle in the midfield is ridiculous with all the cars. Meanwhile, back up front, it's Penton followed by Jack Yates. Less than half a second being chased by him is going to be Kevin Harrison in the other Alfa Romeo. Ahoy Asahina's been able to hang on to his 4th spot starting position. Hasn't lost anything or gained anything. He's followed by Daniel Tamberg in the Williams. And Jared Fosbury has fallen back into 6th. Adrian Storm, though, we saw that great move by him. He's up to 7th after starting deep in the field. So your top 7 drivers separated by like 2.5 seconds. We see Chipsman and Crunchy is going to get a couple of spots. Andre Zaz is into the pits. He's got that right front end plate damage on his front wing. Looks like he's going to switch over to a set of mediums and keep on trucking. So a fairly clean opening lap here. You see this, look at this, it's half a second, half a second, half a second. I mean, just the top 3 drivers are separated by 1.5 seconds. Ahoy Asahina, he's starting to lose touch just a little bit with Kevin Harrison. You see they run on the train here, nose to tail through the quick right, left, right exchange there. Asahina hasn't lost too much ground now. Lap 3, if he can hang tough. He'll have the DRS advantage opening on lap 3. And you see Andre Zaz on the live chat saying Cooper ruined me. Oh no, and that looks like Daniel Tamberg, and caught up in that is, no, Jared Fosbury is caught up in that. This is unbelievable. So Tamberg is out. This is bad news for Jared Fosbury and his championship run here. That is going to take a huge blow today. And I don't know what happened there. Tamberg looked like he just took the corner too wide, caught the right front. And right behind him was Jared Fosbury, both cars out. And Adrian Storm has to pit. He was running in 7th. He has to pit. It looks like he's probably got wing damage. So even though Zaz's race was ruined by Harry Cooper, not all is lost because now Zaz has moved his way into 12th. And now the top 2 have separated themselves after that melee. You see Fosbury now, he's chiming in on the live chat. He is not happy. OMG indeed. And he is calling out Daniel Tamberg on that one. So the top 3 now, they've started to separate themselves. Ahoy Asahina now quietly running in 4th. Asahina is 1.5 seconds back from the lead pack, and he's got a 2-second gap over Harry Cooper. So Ahoy Asahina running very quietly in 4th right now. Good for him. We hop on board with Jack Yates. Still trying to find a way around Eric Pettington for the lead here. And Daniel Tamberg, now he just crashed into the wall. Jared Fosbury says he just crashed into the wall, and that's what it looked like on the live stream. It looks like he just took the corner too wide, caught that right front. I don't know if he got distracted at home by something, but these top 3 drivers now This is going to be the battle. This is going to be the battle for championship and battle for the lead here. And Andre Zaz has just run the fastest lap at a 1:39.5 at 1:7. We look out the back of Jack Yates' car. He's trying to make a move around the outside of Pettington. Pettington's able to hang tough. So we're looking back at Harrison while Iceman was trying to make a move. And Keystone chiming in. What is this? Well, this is IRL F1 2019 on the PS4 platform. This is F2 League. Round 10. Here at the Yas Marina. We're watching the top three battle here. This is Eric Pettington out in front as we hop on board with Jack Yates. Kevin Harrison running in third in the other Alfa Romeo. And these three have been able to pull away from Ahoy Asahina in fourth. But Asahina is now under pressure from Harry Cooper in the McLaren. And now you've got a 3-4 car battle. This is a 3-car battle for the fourth spot. So you've got 2 3-car battles going on here. Pettington trying to hold off Jack Yates, your championship points leader. So Pettington fourth in points, trying to hold off the points leader. Kevin Harrison's going to be in that sandwich right there. Harrison's second in points, so Team Alfa Romeo has the Constructors' Championship on lockdown. And Asahina's left the session. Ahoy Asahina's left the session. He's having an internet issue. He was running so good in fourth. His car's still running fourth, but it's going to be off the pace because it's gone AI. Harry Cooper's going to be able to take that position. And here comes Andre Pistana down to the inside. Big lockup on the right front. Pistana gets touched by the McLaren, loses out on the position, so he tried getting it from Asahina. Meanwhile, back at the front, Jack Yates, again, still trying to make a move and find his way around this factory Renault. Paco Suarez getting around Asahina's AI car at this point. That is good for 6th. And around the outside, the AI car is giving Suarez a little bit of a run for its money. And what is going on here? Suarez gets pushed wide. Oh, whoa, that looks like a pit maneuver, and Suarez goes around. I'm really confused as to what's happening with Asahina's car. Does he have control of this car or not? It said he had left the session. I don't know if he has rejoined. Suarez was trying to get around that, and you can see the car, I mean, it's just holding up traffic. This is all very confusing as to what's going on with this racing point. And now it says Asahina has joined the session, so the car has gone AI, pit maneuvered Paco Suarez. How do you explain that to somebody? And Asahina's going to try and regain control of this car. So the AI car was far more aggressive than Asahina was, and you see this now, Chipsman Crunchy, James Jock going around the outside here with the DRS advantage. And this is a 5-car battle for the 6th spot. This has all been very confusing. We're going to go back to the lead battle, this 3-car battle. There's a lot of radio chatter going on behind the scenes between Daniel Tannenberg and Jared Fosbury. And look at this. The 3-car battle is taking place. Harry Cooper is starting to come into the fold. He's 2.5 seconds off of this lead battle, but he could be a spoiler. Harry Cooper's proven to be very quick this year in a couple of races. He's got 2 pole positions to his credit. He's also got 1 win to his credit as well. And here we've got this battle here. It looks like Ahoy Asahina, he's pitted. he would obviously have wing damage from that pit maneuver on Paco Suarez, so they're going to swap out the front wing, switch him over, looks like, to a set of probably what's going to be mediums. I know it looks like the Red Bandit soft tire, but I'm willing to bet that is a glitch, and he's probably going to be on mediums. We'll get that here in just a second. Nope, looks like he stayed with softs. I'm surprised. You see this battle taking place here, trying to hold off a two-car assault of Alfa Romeo. The factory Renault all by his lonesome. Penton holding them up, trying to take the more defensive lines. And here we go around the outside. And yes, we can get Jared Fosbury in here to be our co-commentator from a driver's perspective. Try and get him in here in just a minute. I don't really want to step away from this battle right this second. This three-car battle is ongoing. And it looks like Jack Yates dives to the pits. So while that's happening, Kevin Harrison, so we'll try and get Jared Fosbury in here with us real quick. If I can find him. Who am I looking for? I have far too many friends. In my friends list. And now back to the action. So back to the action. We're going to get Jared Fosbury in here with us to co-commentate. And you see the Alfa Romeo of Kevin Harrison's going to dive into the pits now. So Penton is going to stay out on the softs, working lap 9 of 28. He stays out. He is now being chased by Harry Cooper in the McLaren. And it looks like we do have Jared Fosbury joining us now. Unfortunate turn of events for you, but glad to have you nonetheless.
Yep. It was just unlucky. Dan just made a drive error and crashed in the wall, so it's not really to be annoyed at. So it happens now and then.
And Ahoy Hasahina has now just set the fastest lap.
1:39.2, so a good lap there from Sheena. He's got the pace currently right now to challenge the top 4.
Well, we had a bit of a glitch with him. His car had gone AI as he left the session, must have had an internet issue, and then his AI car pit maneuvered Paco Suarez into the wall.
That's
and here we see Harry Cooper making a move on Penton around the outside.
Well, yeah, good move there from Coops. He is on the medium tyre. He's the quickest out of the top 4 at the moment.
And Cam IM wants to see tires, and here they are. Only a few drivers have made a handful of pit stops.
Eric's
what is going on with
Eric
Penton?
is round. It looked like Eric just slowed down at too much there, and it tapped Cooper. And I think that was just desync. I know desync isn't that much of an effect. It's still a thing in this game, but he just lost it, and Eric won't be happy with that. But Cooper's now in the lead.
And that was a big mistake by Penton, and that has cost him 9 seconds on that lead. And that's also going to affect his overall race pace now, because he has been battling with Kevin Harrison and Jack Yates, who are currently running 6th and 7th.
Yeah, as currently we can see Jack now on the back of Jorge. He's about to go on the inside into turn 1, just set the new fast lap 138.9. And he's got the move done and dusted on Jorge. So Jack is basically the flying Finn currently right now.
So Jack Yates on a tear as he gets around Jorge Correa for the 5th spot. Meanwhile, we've got Jonas Bogen now. He is all over the backside of Eric Pettington for 2nd. Pettington seems to be struggling, staying out on these tires. And he is now on the inside. Pennington going to try and hold him off. Nope, not with that DRS.
I think Pennington's going to try a 2-stop with medium and 2 sets of soft tyres. Or he could try a 1-stop, soft to hard, which is possible, but it will be the slowest strategy.
And it looks like Nordic Formula Racing has a question for you, Jared.
Well, in against the rules, and you can't take the Formula slot how quickly you want it, and just to annoy a few of the drivers behind to get a better tyre advantage. It didn't work because Dan did get ahead of me into turn 1, so yeah, it is tactics for me to try and slow them down to get the best tyre to work on that race. As Paco Suarez just gets a 3-second time penalty added to his time.
So Jack Yates now is looking to make a move on Eric Pettington.
Oh, almost contact there from Jack and Eric. Jack's got to be careful here. Eric's got all the tyres. He's got to be a bit patient. But he's going on the outside. This is going to be very good if he can make this move work with the grip on those tyres. Oh, Eric shoves him out wide, which he is allowed to do.
That's the same move Eric did on lap 1 to take the lead from Jack Yates. And now look at this, a 3-car battle here as Luis Wassman has caught the back end of these two.
Currently Jack can't find a way through, and Eric is putting the car in the correct position. Sneaks just get another time penalty.
And here comes Kevin Harrison. Harrison's on the inside of Wassman now, so the 2 Alfa Romeos.
I know
that's just not team tactics. There's no team orders anymore.
Well, Eric's trying to get in that DRS, but it's not going to work. Or is he going to go for a lunge? Yes, he is. Oh, into the chicane, he runs deep into the chicane. He has to cut. That may give him the penalty, and it does. I don't know if that may be removed since he didn't make the corner, but it possibly.
And that is a 5-second penalty for corner cutting, not the normal 3 that we usually see.
Oh, contact
what is that?
It looked like Ice actually just turned into Eric there, just a bit too early to try and turn into the corner, and he rear ends him as well.
Gives him a little bit of the curve. Oh, there's a pit maneuver! And Salama is done!
That will be investigated.
And I didn't get a good angle of it on the live stream, but that definitely looked like a classic LAPD pit maneuver there. And you can see the right front end plate is gone on Jack Yates' car, so...
Jack will be pitting again. On my screen I got perfect angles in the TV pod view of Jack, and Jack just clearly just hit his left rear and just spun him, and unfortunately those two collided, but I think in my opinion Jack should have waited and been a bit more patient. But that will be investigated, of course, at the end of the race.
So the championship contenders, you, Eric Pettington, Jack Yates now have all suffered obviously some setbacks. So Kevin Harrison, who's currently running in 3rd, could definitely capitalize on all of your guys' misfortune today and really start walking away with this championship.
Yeah, I've got to give Kevin some credit. He is a very quick driver. He's consistent, but so is Jack as well. The Iceman, he's keeping cool and calm and has not even had one single warning at each track this far this season. So don't
got a feeling that's going to change after today.
Yeah, that possibly could happen. He's had a penalty in Bahrain with the incident with me, but corner cutting penalties, he's had 0. So I've got to give him that credit.
And James Jock looks like he's just put the move on Andre Zaz for the 10th spot. Closest battle on track, unfortunately, for the 10th spot, but Zaz has got the DRS slot open on this one now. He's going to have the advantage as they head down the next set of corners, and he takes the position back. So James Jock still trying to find a way around him, and now he's going to go to the inside on the next set of corners. He's going to take the position back. So some good...
Oh, Andres going for another lunge. Iceman has now officially got a 3-second time penalty. That's his first time, I believe, I've seen him get a corner cut penalty. Very surprised as you still see the debris from the McLaren and the Williams into that wall.
And Jorge Correa is finally making his pit stop, so that's going to move Ahoy Asahina up into 6th.
He is the longest person on those tyres, unless he's running full traction, which maybe I'll help on his tyre, and he is going on the set of means which won't go to the end.
And Jack Yates is still out with that broken front wing, currently running 5th. He's on the back end of Luis Wassman.
Well, a bit of interesting information between Jack and the race lead currently right now. The gap's run about 14.6 seconds. Now, Cooper could be smart and go on the hard tyres and go to the end and possibly could win this race or get a podium at least instead of doing a 2-stop strategy, because we all know that Jack will have to pit again.
And Kevin Harrison just did get around Jonas Bogen for the 2nd spot. Jonas hasn't given up on the fight, but I don't think Jonas has pitted just yet. Yeah, Bogen has not pitted, so... Kevin Harrison's the first driver that has pitted. He's running in 2nd.
Oh, as AOI Ashini has cut the corner there, and I think he's got just 2 warnings, but Jack Yates is still trying to get past Lee Vassman as he's still behind. Even with that wing damage, it's going to affect him in Sector 3, and that's where Jack is very good at. He was 8/10 quicker than me in Sector 3 in qualifying, so that's where he found most of his time.
He's going to lose most of his time here through now, especially he's going to get some aero wash off of Wassman's car. So he's already running, he's already going to have less downforce than the car in front of him, plus he's going to get the aero wash, so it's going to be hard for him to make some of these corners, especially some of these higher speed ones like through here and running up into the S's.
As Formula 1 Racing saying, that isn't really allowed. Well, it's not against the rules, it's not in the IRL rules, and it's not, you can go as slow as you want in the formation lap. Other people do it. So, if it is against the rules, we won't do it, but now then that happens. As now Jack Yates looks like he's going to finally make a move on Louis Vassman, as Chitsman Crunchy's just got a 3-second time penalty to his time. As here comes Jack. Oh, almost wheel banging there from Louis and Jack Yates. Jack
Louis
gets
out on those hard tires too.
Looks like Louis maybe doing definitely 1 stop then with the hard to soft strategy, or hard to medium.
DRS slot open for Luis Wassman as he heads down. He's going to try and take the outside line. Yates is going to push him wide a little bit there. And now Andre Zaz has picked up a 3-second time penalty. He's currently running in 11th. He's still battling with Adrian Storm for that 10th spot. And what is going on here? We've got... Oh, there's contact there between Asahina and Andre Pistana. This is the battle for 7.
Banging him.
A little bit of a shoulder check there. Oh, and Asahina gives him the chrome horn, tries to give him a NASCAR-style bump and run.
As right now, Ashina just wants that position over Sneaky. There was like a bit of disconnection between these two, as we did see earlier. Ashina did lag out. As finally Cooper does peel into pit, and he is going on the hard tyres, so this means he's definitely doing the 1 stop. So Kevin, Jack Yates, and if Eric... Oh no, well, since Eric is out now, I can't actually say he's improved. But it's just Jack Yates and Kevin Harrison who's going to have to watch out for the flying Cooper right now, as he comes out in clean air in P5 on set hards.
And he should be able to make quick work of Luis Wassman. Wassman's still out on the hard tires, hasn't managed to make a pit stop just yet. In fact, he's one of 2 drivers that have yet to pit. That would be Jonas Bogen, currently running in 2nd, and Luis Wassman running in 4th. So Perry Cooper should be able to dispatch Luis Wassman relatively quickly. However, Wassman is actually keeping pretty good pace with Jack Yates. Of course, in Wassman's defense and Yates' defense, it's because he's got no front wing. And we've got GT Rob, that's Rob Small from URL, Gran Turismo Sport Racing League. Always good to have more viewers with us.
Yeah, I think he's actually letting us know that the F3 stream is currently down. So the F3 stream is currently down right now, do not understand why.
Well, F3 by all means, jump over to F2.
Yes, we all love the views. Let's try and beat Sondre and Moran. But right now, Cooper, with the current lead, has got 14.2 seconds of a gap between him and Kevin Harrison. So Kevin Harrison, if he wants to try and keep the lead after the pit stop, is going to have to start pushing, because a pit stop round here is 20 seconds.
So 20-second pit stop delta. 2022, really depending on how well you can get on the gas out of the tunnel there, because the tunnel is very tricky to try and come out of. So Kevin Harrison is your leader. The cars are all separated apart a little bit at this point. Harrison's your leader, 7.5 seconds behind him is Jonas Bogan, who's yet to pit, still out on those medium tires. Jack Yates will be running in third. He's yet to pit and switch out that front wing still. Luis Mossman still is yet to pit, currently running in fourth. And Harry Cooper, he's the one to watch right now. Looks like he might be in the catbird seat, running in fifth. Behind him is going to be Andre Pastana in the Haas. James Jock is currently running in seventh. Jorge Correa has worked his way into eighth after starting last. Ahoy Hasahina's had a very advantageous day. Been pretty adventurous up and down the grid. Paco Suarez is currently running in 10th. Those are your top 10 points paying positions.
Rob, your F3 will be up shortly. I think they're having a bit of connection issue between Brian and Sondre. I think the host and everything's messed up with the connection on the YouTube stream. Hopefully they can get it up as soon as possible. But right now, you're enjoying F2, which is good to see.
And here comes Jack Yates. He's just closed in a huge chunk of time on Jonas Bogan.
Yeah, I've got to say, Jonas Bogan's tyres, 15 laps old, they will be shot, and it looks like he will be peeling into the pits. And Jack may be a bit happy that he's still got the fastest lap with 38.9. Joe Bogan does finally peel into the pits. Now Jack Yates has to do a bit of damage limitation, because currently right now the gap between him and the leader is 10 seconds. The gap between Cooper and the leader is 14.3, and Cooper has just moved to third place. So Cooper is doing an awesome strategy right now with those tyres. I believe last time he won a race was in Canada this season.
He did win in Canada back in round 4. He also picked up his first pole position of the year then as well. So he had won from pole then. And Ahoy Asahina sets the fastest lap at a 138.723.
And
Suarez, first driver to crack into the 137s.
137.9, good lap there. I believe from last season, the F2 record, because I think we have that now. Just give me 2 seconds. Last season's record from F2 was a 136.4, so no one, I don't believe, is going to beat that unless they go on a set of soft tyres. I do believe no one beat it in the F1 on their fastest lap, but the fastest lap from last season for F2 is a 136.4.
Well, we've got a 3-car battle going on for the 7th spot. This is Jorge Correa being attacked by the 2 Racing Point cars of Luis Wassman and Ahoy Asahina.
Possible team orders could be in play here, especially when Luis on the fresher set of tyres.
I'm willing to bet with Wassman and Asahina. Asahina being so new to the league, I seriously doubt that these two have even had a conversation about any type of team orders. Wassman's been off the pace a little bit this year compared to last year. I'm not sure if the handling model in this game just hasn't fit his driving style, but he's been off the pace for sure. He's a lot quicker last season than he was going into this season.
Yeah, I do agree, but I think that's because he's relaxed and calm. Because last season he was involved in a few incidents, and I think he's just took the time to relax and chill out and take every race by each race. Especially like Luke Baker, also in F3, he's calmed down a lot and he's got his pace up a little bit now. So I think it's just the driver's attitude where they need to take time and practice and just relax instead of be very aggressive like some drivers do.
And Asahina looks like he has got his aggressive face on as he is trying to find a way around the Haas of Jorge Correa. He's going to be on the faster tires. Well, not necessarily the faster tires, but the fresher tires. And it's amazing to see that how only 2 lap fresher tires make such a difference on these cars.
Well, yeah, I believe that is actually because of the track, though. The track, because on tyre wear, softs could only last 4 to 5 laps.
Oh, and around the outside.
Oh, there's contact.
He almost lost the back end and almost came around on him.
Great save there from Machina there. However, he has to watch his moves, but he's going again on Jorge. Round the outside he goes. Jorge is on the inside defending, very smart, but they have to do it quickly because Paco
Oh, the big
Suarez
lock
is
up.
catching. Oh,
And a big lock up by Korea.
As Paco Suarez is in the Mercedes, the Chargers Spanish driver right now. He is absolutely flying with the fastest lap of a 1:37.7, and he is catching on this 3-wide battle, and now a 2-way battle for teammates.
So unfortunately, Korea has lost out on that battle. Big lock up there from him at that corner. Good save though, not to rear end the car in front.
Cooper's caught up to Jack Yates. Currently now the gap is like under a second, and the gap between him and the leader is 13.4. So Kevin isn't doing his job very well, because Cooper right now will be 7.7 seconds in the lead, I believe, after those two have made their pit stops.
And he's got the DRS slot open as they head down the straightaway. And Andre Zaz has retired from the session.
Oh, that is very unlucky for Racer. As now, guys, the F3 stream is back up and running, so I think you shouldn't have any more problems with that. I don't know what it was, but it is back up. As Cooper is all over the back of Iceman right now, as his yellow's in sector 1, and I think that's just as Jorge is really under threat right now by Paco Suarez, but we're going to have to go back for the battle for the top positions in P2 currently right now.
Yeah, Cooper's all over the gearbox of the Alfa Romeo of Jack Yates, and Yates still out there struggling with that front wing damage. And Harry Cooper on a tear. He's definitely going to be one of making up for some of the lost time.
Pitted. So Kevin's pitted. I wonder if the Alphas are going to do a double stack. I know they don't. So this could be tactics here from the Alfa Romeo team for damage limitation in the constructors. I know they'll get more than the McLaren team anyway, but right now Iceman's objective is to hold up Cooper as much as he can. But look how much grip Cooper's got compared to Ice because of that wing damage, and Cooper's not waiting. Iceman gives him a bit of room. Oh, and there's a bit of contact there from Ice and Coops.
Got to be careful with that. This is going to be for the race win, and this could actually catapult Cooper well into the point standings after the day that some of these other drivers have had.
Ooh, very interesting. Kevin's got on the set of soft tyres now. That is very risky. You could definitely get a puncher doing 8 laps on those tyres, and Jaboglin's gone way too early on a set of softs as well for P4. As Ice has actually lost the position from Cooper. And
well,
now this is where Cooper is still there.
Pastana's closed in the gap on Jonas Bogen for the P4 position. So we continue to watch his battle here for the lead. I don't think Jack has given up on this. He's still got the DRS slot open on the car. He's still struggling with that front end grip with that broken front wing.
As the Keystone would like to join the league, well, there is space, of course. Message either me as Neon Spikes Rapid or ZE3XER or Nexus Aspect, he's a new admin, and Speedy Suarez or Funky 4040, he's also a new admin, and even Brandon Glover. But if you really do want to join, message us on Twitter or comment on the YouTube PSN, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
And Jack Yates is now into the pit, so the battle for the lead is going to be on. This is going to be the battle for the win of this race.
Looks like his team is doing a front wing change, so he's going to lose an extra 5 seconds with that pit stop. So I'll keep an eye on Jack Yates and see where he is. Kevin's caught up with Cooper 3.6 seconds right now and closing fast.
Yeah, I don't think Cooper is going to be able to hold off.
Thing is, Jack is also going to try and get the fast lap and currently in P8 right now. This isn't good for the championship points leader. This is going to be really good for Kevin Harrison. He'll be licking his lips that his teammate has had a bit of damage, has got an extra 3-second time penalty, and he's at the back and only going to get 4 points, looks like, at the moment.
I'm wondering about those tires on. I'm wondering about those tires on Harrison's car, though. I mean, 8 laps is really when we saw Eric Pettington, when we really saw his softs start to fall off. So he's going to lose maybe a little bit of time depending on his tire degradation towards the end of this race.
Yeah, that is true. As we will have a little delta from Toboggan because he's already done 4 laps on those softs, so we will find out when he starts losing a lot of time. As the three-way battle for P9 currently right now, Jesus Country and Sneaky, I don't know his actual name, and Adrian Storm is currently for battle for P9 for the final points. As Paco's just got a penalty.
Yeah, Sneaky, that is Andre Pestana from PTRL. And Andre Zaz has got some not so kind words for Harry Cooper on the live chat.
Yep. I'm just going to put him in timeout for a bit, just so he can relax.
And Kevin Harrison has just set the fastest lap.
And he's actually just a second off Cooper right now. This isn't good for Cooper, because Cooper could easily win this race, and I do know that Kevin's hasn't got any penalties, but he has got a warning. But this is where Cooper is in serious trouble, and all he's got to do now is defend and defend and defend.
A lot of laps left, unfortunately.
Mr. Boggin's lost a lot of time right now, and it looks like he's slowly getting caught by Lewis Vassman right now. Currently the gap 6.8 seconds.
Watching the battle for the lead now, and it's down to less than half a second between Harry Cooper and Kevin Harrison. So Harrison looking to try and make a move here.
He's
battle for the lead.
Oh, Cooper got a better line into that triple corner section there, and right now Kevin has pulled away. It looks like Kevin's going to get another win in a row, as he did win Bahrain last time.
I would make 4 wins in a row for Kevin Harrison if he's able to hold off Harry Cooper.
But we never know. Kevin Harrison could get a puncher on those tyres. So Cooper will be praying that Kevin does get a puncher, and he'll be very surprised actually if he does, of course, because I know Kevin is very good with his tyre wear.
Kevin has run some very, very good race strategies in the 3 wins that he's had, so I think it's safe to say that he'll be right on the cusp of possible tire issues, but I think he probably timed it just right. He'll probably have a little bit of fall off on his time, and the only thing Harry can hope for is that there's a dramatic fall off like Eric Pettington had when he ran the softs too many 2 laps. Or 2 laps too many.
Do agree there, but Cooper's tyres will be still fresh. As I said, the hards aren't the best tyre to go on, they're not the fastest.
Going to pick up the battle here for Ahoy Hasahina and Luis Wassman, and Paco Suarez is a 3-car battle for the 4th spot.
So this could help Toboggan out really, because I've noticed Wassman's now getting up to 8.1 now on Toboggan. So only getting up a little bit, but if these lot are going to battle, this is going to help Toboggan hopefully keep 3rd, because right now he's doing 6 laps on those soft tyres, and he's currently caught up to Cooper 6.8 seconds
and
now.
To the inside, there goes Asahina, and he's going to easily make that move on his teammate.
As Jack Yates just got past Jorge there for P7, so don't count out Jack Yates right now. He will be flying. There is not that many laps left. He's got a very good chance to catch up with that gap. There is contact between Storm and Chinsman Uchi there for P10 there. It looked like Chinsman just ran deep.
That is James Jock,
James
the Toro Rosso, and the Adrian Storm, obviously. So we jump back to the battle for 4th, though. Asahina still in the 4th spot as he made his way around Luis Wassman. Wassman trying to make a move back on him. And it looks like Paco Suarez is just trying to bide his time. See if he can get a 2-for-1 deal if these two happen to get into a little bit of a scrap with each other. And this would be a great result for Jonas Bogen if he's able to hang on to that 3rd spot, be his first podium of the year. His best finish so far was 4th back in round 1 at Silverstone. Well, let's take a look here. It looks like Luis Wassman's on the freshest tires of this 3-car battle, but he wasn't able to hold off his teammate. And it looks like he's losing ground now to Suarez. And
yeah, it looks like Paco is a bit quicker there.
While these 3 are battling it out, Jack Yates is currently running in 7th. He was 4.5 seconds behind that battle. He's now taking chunks of time out of that, 4.3. And this is actually really good news for Jonas Bogen, since he is now 5.5 seconds out front. I'm sorry, 8.5 seconds out front of this battle here. So these guys are battling for position, and it's letting Jonas Bogen able to gap them as Suarez picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Paco has been getting really close to these guys, and he is going for a lunge. Oh, that was very close. Aggressive from Paco.
And there you see Jack Yates just comes into the picture there.
Now 3.8 seconds, so Jack Yates is closing, but remember, Paco hasn't had the luckiest this season so far. I think he's DNF'd most of the races.
Yes, unfortunately, Paco Suarez has had a DNF. In fact, I think he leads the league. I take that back. Ivan Burrito led the league, but he has subsequently dropped himself. He made the mature decision to go back to F3, but Paco Suarez does have 4 DNFs to his credit so far this year. So he leads the current active drivers in DNFs.
The best record total there from Paco Suarez. I know he won't be happy that we've just read that out, but it'll get him some motivation to attack the Racing Point drivers. But he's going to have to do it soon, because Jack Yates now got 2.7 seconds and closing.
Not only that, but Suarez picked up that 3-second time penalty, so if he wants to try and garner any points, he really needs to get in front of these two, because I think Paco is the faster car of these 3. So I think he's the fastest one, but he hasn't been able to find a way around the 2 Racing Point cars. And Asahina trying to gap his teammate. Meanwhile, Jack Yates is coming. You see that he's into the fold. He's going to come into the background here. And he's only 2.5 seconds off of this battle.
As right now, Trabogner's done 8 laps on those soft tyres and is now slowly losing time to Cooper. However, I think the gap between Kevin and Cooper is too big of Cooper to even challenge right now. 6.7 seconds.
Well, the 8 laps seems to be the magic mark. That's going to be exactly where Kevin Harrison's going to land towards the end of this race. So we'll have to see how the tire degradation does on Jonas Bogen's car. Maybe we can gauge over the next couple laps how that'll affect Kevin Harrison, if at all. Oh, and look at this.
Nice.
Wassman runs very wide going up at the top of the hill.
Paco makes a mistake there as well. Yeah, Paco did the exact same into turn 2 and runs very deep. And this isn't good for him, because now Iceman is under a second into the race.
And Jack Yates is there. He's going to be looking to make a move. He's going to have the DRS advantage coming out of this next set of corners here. And Pastana picks up a 3-second time penalty. Yates is there. He's got the DRS slot open. And he's easily going to go around. Easily gets around Paco Suarez. And now they're side by side. Wassman trying to make a move on Asahina.
Wassman's had enough. He wants to get this position. And he's going to go on the outside of Asahina right now.
And look at this. Asahina all the way to the inside, trying to take on the defensive line. Wassman goes to the outside with the DRS advantage. Good move by Wassman. Can Asahina get it back?
I think the sensible option for Asahina is to hold up Jack Yates right now, as we're on lap 26 out of 28, and I believe we're about to go on the penultimate lap for the last lap with Kevin Harrison, as he is just going to cross the line currently right now. But there's now still a 3-wide battle.
And Paco Suarez did pick up a 3-second time penalty throughout all that, so that's multiple 3-second time penalties for Suarez now. And really, I know he's got 2 for sure. If he's got 3, then he could lose out another position to Jorge Correa, because Correa is right on the cusp of 9 seconds.
Oh,
there's contact! Jack Yates is spun!
That's more... No, it didn't Jack Yates. Asahina spun. That was Jack Yates' fault again, in my opinion there. He just dived, and he just collided into the Racing Point driver, and I don't know what he was playing up there, and I can understand his frustration of this race today. That's 2 incidents he has been involved in, and this, he now realises that his championship is definitely in threat from Kevin Harrison.
And Adrian Storm has just gotten around Asahina. Asahina had such a good race going, and he's all the way back into 10th, and now he's under threat from James Jock. Jock's going to go around the outside here.
As James Jock has got it past him, it looks like.
And Jock makes the move as they get out on the backstretch there. Looks like Asahina, he's not even going to have the DRS advantage.
Yeah, his tyres is all the older ones. He's done 12 laps, but he's going to go for a lunge, it looks like. No, he actually thinks about it, but goes back. Got to feel sorry for the Ashina there. But hang on, James Jock has made a little error there. Into chicane.
Now Asahina's going to have he's going to have the DRS advantage. He's going to go all the way to the inside, try and make a move. Gets in front of him.
Contact.
That was close. Crossover move, can't make it stick.
Bit of wheel banging from these two, but Jack Yates now realises that he could be in serious trouble with today's race. He hasn't had the best race right now, but he's currently in P5 and slowly catching up with Lewis Vassman. However, it is the magic number, lap 8. Sorry,
oh, there's contact there. James Jock and Asahina. Jock went for a lunge, and it looks like they caught the right front to the left rear, and he almost lost the whole car.
Great save. However, now Kevin Harrison is on the final lap. Will his tyres explode on the final lap and Cooper takes the win? Or will Kevin Harrison manage to bring the car home and have his 4th consecutive win in a row?
I got a feeling Harrison played the strategy right again. And this is going to be another easy win.
Well, some interesting information from F3 that Ivan Brito, my old teammate in F2, has actually won the F3 race, so congratulations to him.
That is really surprising and impressive for Ivan Brito. That is great news for him.
So that will cheer him up. So the McLarens have got some pace in their teams. As the yellows in Sector 2, who is that?
No,
it's Ashina in P11, so he won't move a place, he will be in the 90% rule. But right now, it's all about Kevin Harrison, who's had a very lucky race today to win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix Round 10 of IRL F2.
Harrison across the line. He'll be followed 7.5 seconds behind Harry Cooper. Cooper, great run today. And Giannis Bogan with a great run. Ran a clean race, stayed out of trouble to come across with his first IRL podium finish of his career. 3rd place for him. Luis Wassman with a hard-fought 4th spot. Jack Yates, 5th for now. Paco Suarez will come across 6th. And here comes Andre Pestana in the Haas. He'll come across in 7th. Good point stay for Haas, 7th and 8th respectively. And Adrian Storm, he'll be coming across now for the 9th spot. And James Jock, hard-fought, well-deserved, 1 championship point to his credit for today. And that's going to round out your top 10 points paying positions. Unbelievable race today, and I don't think it's over just yet. There's definitely going to be some post-race investigations for some of these incidents with Jack Yates, so the finishing order could possibly change. But right now, it's all about Kevin Harrison, 4th consecutive win, and that will definitely put him into the championship points lead, well into the championship points lead. It'll be Kevin Harrison, Jack Yates for now, Jared Fosbury, and Eric Pettington will be your top 4 points.
As Ice is livid right now in the chat, radio saying if Eric is not kicked, he is going to be leaving the league. Well, I don't think we'll be getting kicked for that incident, because we can't just kick someone for that. So it looks like...
But here is your finishing order. Kevin Harrison, Harry Cooper, Giannis Bogan, Luis Wassman, Jack Yates, Jorge Correa, Paco Suarez, Adrian Storm, Andre Pestana, James Jock, Ahoy Asahina, Andre Zaz, Eric Pettington, Jared Fosbury, and Daniel Tamberg. 15 drivers today. Unfortunately, 11 through 15 all DNFs. And there's a lot of radio chatter going on about qualifying, Jack Yates, Eric Pettington, so definitely going to be some discussion after this race.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of discussion, as the top 3 is Flying Cooper as Cooper, Jebogan in 3rd, a very good result for him in the Williams, and the winner for the 4th consecutive times, Kevin Harrison. And we will do interviews, as I'll invite them now for you, Lance, as I'll just suggest them for you. I don't know if
Let's see here. So we'll try and get the top 3 drivers in here for interviews. And again, Kevin Harrison walking away with his 4th consecutive win, and he's definitely got a substantial championship points lead after this race. So congratulations to him. And there we have it, Kevin Harrison joining us. Kevin, congratulations. 4th consecutive win, and a big day for you because you've been able to capitalize on the misfortunes of all of your other championship contenders. You ran another perfect strategy. What is your secret?
I don't think there's any secret. Just obviously I had the pace today, and I came away with the win.
Now, obviously, at this juncture, there's no team orders between you and Jack Yates at all anymore. I know we discussed it a little bit last week, but he had a pretty dismal race, and this is going to solidify you as the top dog at Alfa Romeo. Do you expect any hard racing from him moving forward? Will he be any more aggressive towards you than he is any of the other drivers?
Well, I mean, as long as he's not dirty, I'm all for it. I'm all for a good battle. Obviously, he's one of my championship rivals, so yeah, I'd love it if he's able to be up there. Obviously, today he wasn't able to, but yeah, I'm not gonna speak about it here.
Well, we've got Harry Cooper. Congratulations to him on another podium finish. It's been a while since you've been on the podium, but you almost had it. Was the strategy, did you think you were going to be able to pull it off, or did you think you just switched too early in the tires? And you've obviously got some good speed. Do you think you'll be able to creep your way into the championship contention as the season progresses? And a big congratulations to Jonas Bogen on his first ever career podium finish. You ran a really good, clean race. Did you expect that you'd be finishing on the podium today?
Yeah, no, definitely not. Starting 11, I thought maybe I should try a different strategy, so I went medium soft. Probably not the best choice, but I had some good racing. It was very fun driving there. So yeah, it's a good race, and I'm happy to be on the podium.
Do you think you'll be able to get some more as the season progresses?
Yeah, for sure. I hope so. I didn't think this was one of my best tracks, but I made it here, so maybe I can do it otherwhere else. So yeah, I'm going to get a go and have some training, and I'll see what it takes.
Well, congratulations to all 3 drivers. Again, Kevin Harrison, 4 wins in a row, championship points leader after today. Harry Cooper with a hard-fought second place, finishing Jonas Bogen with his first career IRL F2 podium. So congratulations to all 3 drivers. And guys, make sure that for those that are still watching, like, subscribe, and comment to the YouTube channel. Be sure to check out previous races, and be sure to check us out again next week as we head to Australia. That'll be November 24th, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, where you can see possibly these 3 guys again. Kevin Harrison will be going for a 5th win in a row. See if he can pull it off. And be sure to check us out online, International Racing League-IRL.com, and check us out on Twitter. That is at F1_IRL. If you guys want to join the league, make sure you contact Neon Rapid or contact us on the Twitter page. And again, congratulations to all three drivers. You guys did a great job today, and we'll see everybody at the next round.